Okay, welcome everybody. This is the review for our upcoming test. So if you start working on the review now and do a little bit every day, then hopefully you'll get it done in time for the test. So first thing we're going to do is solve for the variable in the following proportions. So remember, you set up your cross products. Okay, so we have r times 5, so that's 5r equals, and then we see this 7 minus r, so we know we have to do parentheses, so 2, and then in parentheses is going to go 7 minus r. Okay, we got to distribute the 2 here. So we have 5r is equal to, okay, 2 times 7, that's 14, and 2 times negative r, well, that's minus 2r. Okay, we want to get all the r's together on one side, so I'm going to move this negative 2r over here to the 5r. So add 2r, because we have to do the opposite. So get 7r is equal to 14. Divide by 7, so r is 2. Okay, next one. We have 40 minus a over a is equal to 9 over 3. Okay, again, cross products. So a times 9 is 9a equals, and we have 3, and then we got to do parentheses. 40 minus a. So 9a is equal to, and then remember you have to do your distributive property. 3 times 40 is 120, and 3 times negative a is minus 3a. Okay, add 3a to both sides. So you get 12a is equal to 120. Divide by 12. So a is 10. Okay. And then from here forward, I'm going to do the odds, and then I'll set you up a little bit on the evens if I think we need to. So, question number 3. It says if triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, then find x. Okay, remember similar. We have to set up our proportions. So this 10 is going to match with the 5, and the 4 is going to match with the x. Because we know this because we have to use the names here. So like A matches with D, okay? B with E, and C matches with F, so they're like in the same position. So we know that those sides match up. So we have 10 from the big one over 5 from the small one. So we did big over small. So over here we have to do the same thing, but we have to use the other side. So 4 from the big one matches with the x on the small one. And do your cross products. 5 times 4 is 20. 10 times x is 10x. Divide by 10. So x is 2. And there we go. Okay, on this one, again, make sure that you draw and label. So draw your triangle. Just go A, B, C. And then draw another triangle and label it D, E, F. And just go in the same order that you did. AB is 5, DE is 10, BC is 2, and AC is 4. And then they want you to find FE. So that's this guy right here. So very good. So now you just got to set up that proportion and solve it. Okay. Question number 5. It says if triangle ETI, so ETI is the top one here, is similar to triangle EHG, that's the big one, find the value of x. So whenever you have these, I always say draw them separately. Okay. So we have 8 here, 5, and then 7. That's the small one, ETI. And then EHG, okay. EH, you have to add both of these. So it's 8 and 10, so that's 18. Okay, the bottom part is Y. And then over here, this EG, it's 5 and the X. So it's 5 plus X. Okay, so be careful there. 5 plus X. Alright. So we just match. The 8 goes with the 18. The 5 goes with the 5 plus X. And then the 7 goes with the Y. Okay, since all they're asking us to do is find X, we don't really care about the Y's, okay? so we don't need the 7 or the y. Okay, but the 8 goes with the 18, and the 5 goes with the 5 plus x. Now it's just a proportion. Remember, put parentheses around anything with a plus or a minus. Do your cross products here. So 18 times 5, that's 90, equals to 8 times 5 plus x. All right, so 90 equals, okay, and then we just distribute here. So 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times x is plus 8x. Take away 40. So 90 minus 40 is going to be 50. That's equal to 8x, and then divide by 8. And you get that x is 6.25. Okay, so the main thing with these is just whenever you have the two pieces and you don't know one of the pieces, make sure that you do the 5 plus x. All right, so again, over here, look, you have the 20 and you're trying to find the x, make sure that you add it. And that big piece, it's 20 plus x. Okay, question 7. It says the figures below are similar but not drawn to scale. Find the value of x and y. Okay, so we just have to match here. We see the 6 goes with the 4. The 9 goes with the 6 on this one. 8 here goes with the x over here. And the 15 from the left one goes with the y from the right. Okay, we have to find x and y. Okay, so let's first find x. So we have x over 8. I'm doing big one over small one. So x over 8. And then now we need to choose another pair where we know both numbers. So I could do either this 9 and 6, or I can do the 6 and 4. One of the two. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Let's do the 6 and the 4, because that works well with the 8. So again, we did big over small, so we have to have 6 over 4. So cross multiply. 8 times 6 is 48. X times 4 is 4x. Divide by 4. So you get x is 12. Okay, very easy. All right, now let's go back and do the y. Okay, so the y matches with the 15. So do 15 over y. Again, I'm doing big over small. And then now, this time we're going to use the 9 and the 6. Because 9 and 6 work well with 15. Okay. So multiply here. So we get 9y. And 15 times 6 is 90. Okay. Divide by 9. So y is 10. Very easy. Okay. Over here, number 8. Again, you just got to be careful. Just match letters, match up. Sides, you know, how the sides look will help you to match those up too. All right. It says determine whether the following triangles are similar. If yes, provide a similarity statement and the postulate used to prove it. If not, state not similar. Okay. So we're going to determine if triangle RED is similar to triangle DOT. Okay, or TOD, however we're going to name it. And we'll go through and match here. 12 is my small side. So on the other one over here, 3 is the small side. Okay, 16 is the medium. 4 is the medium. 20 is the long side here. 5 is the long side here. So circle goes with circle, square with square, cloud with cloud. So we have to see if all three of our ratios are going to be the same. So 12 over 3. So I'm doing big over small. 12 over 3 is 4. Okay. 16 over 4. That's also 4. 20 over 5. Well, that reduces to 4. So it is similar, and we used all sides, so it's side, side, side. So triangle RED. So RED, we went down the medium side and then across the short side, is similar to triangle DOT. Because again, medium side, then short side. And it's by, side, side, side. Okay, this one here. They've given us 3 angles. Remember, in the middle, these are vertical angles, so they're both equal. So 37 and 37. And since we don't know if this one over here is 90, or we don't know if this one over here is 62, you have to find the missing ones. So do 180, take away 62, take away 37. So 180 minus 62 minus 37. It's 81. Okay, and then you can go over here, do 180 minus 37 and minus 90, and that gives you 53. So remember, since we only have angles, we're going to try to do angle, but we have to have 2 angles that are the same on each. We only have 1 angle that's the same on each, so these are not similar. Okay, 15. Here you have to look at small and medium, so 9 is my small one, so it's going to match up with the smaller one over here. 18 is the bigger one, matches up with the 30. And we have these angles in the center. So it looks like we're supposed to do side angle side, because we have the angles in the center and we have 2 sides. So let's see, 9 over 15. Okay, we can divide both of these by 3, so you get 3/5. Okay, and we have to do 18 over 30. We can divide both of those by 6. So 18 divided by 6 is 3, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. Okay, we got the same ratio there. So they are similar. So triangle ACB is similar. So I did ACB. So I went big side, middle, and then small side. Is similar to triangle DCE by side angle side. Okay, question 17. Okay, on question 17 here, remember when we have these overlapping triangles, my suggestion is always for you to separate them out. So we have the big one, UTS. Okay, and we got this side here, it's 24. This other side, well, you have to add 11 and 11, that's 22. You have this other one, they tell us it's 26. And then you have the small one, which is RQS. So we have RS, that's 13. RQ is 12. And then SQ is 11. Okay. Now, we do have these angles here. Okay. We have those angles. But we can also use side, side, side. But, again, you have to look and see what your choices are when it comes to the answers. Okay? You have to look very carefully at the names. So, 26 to 13, that's equal to 2. Okay? 22 to 11, that's also equal to 2. 24 to 12, also equal to 2. So this one, you could do either side angle side or side side side. It just is going to depend on your answer choices. And so when you're looking at the names that they're going to use, that's where it's really going to come in. So triangle STU would be similar to triangle SQR. And it's by side, 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 or side angle side. That could be either of your choices. All right, question 19. All right, geometric mean. Remember, just set up your 2 proportions here, put your x's on the diagonals, and get 3, and then 18. So you do your cross products here. X times x is x squared. And then 18 times 3, that's 54. Okay, and so now we just have to take the square root. So x is equal to the square root of 54. Okay, and then you'll have to simplify here. So 54, we factor it out. Okay, we have 18 and 3. All right, 3 is already a prime, so circle that. 18, you can do 9 times 2, so 2 is a prime. 9, you can do 3 times 3, so circle that. So we have 3, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 2. Okay, so we have a pair of 3, so that's going to come out. So we have 3 in square roots, and we have a 3 and a 2 left. So it's 3 square roots of 6. Okay. Now here, we need to find the value of z. So since we're trying to find one of the legs here, this is the boomerang method. So remember, you take your boomerang and you throw it, and it goes all the way. It comes back to you right there. Okay, but not quite. So all right, so we have z here, okay, and then remember it's part of the hypotenuse, the part that's closest to it, and then it's got the entire hypotenuse. We have the 5 plus the 15, so that's 20. Okay, so we just do our cross products again. So we have z squared, and if you do 20 times 5, you get 100. Okay, so just take the square root now. So z, and the square root of 100 is just 10. So there we go. All right, find the value of y. Okay, y is in the center, the altitude. So remember, this is the heartbeat one. Okay, so you have y's on the diagonals, and then it's just one part compared to the other. So 6 compared to the 24. Okay, so y times y, that's y squared. And then you do 24 times 6, so 144. And so the square root of that, okay, y is going to be 12. Okay, and just remember, make your life easier. See, put the square root of 54 in the calculator. See if it comes out to a nice clean number. If it does, then you're good to go. If it doesn't, then that's when you need to do the simplifying process here. Okay, but see, the square root of 100 and the square root of 144, those are going to come out really nice. So you try to save yourself some time by just putting those in the calculator and see what it gets you. All right, question 25. It says use the information to determine the height of the tree. Okay, it doesn't look like it, but we really have two similar triangles here. Okay, and remember, these marks mean that these are congruent. So this is also 5.5 feet. So when you have the two overlapping triangles, again, I always like for you to draw them separately. Okay, and y'all, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, look at mine. They're pretty terrible, but it gets the job done. So we have 5.5 feet here. And then remember, since this is double, just do 5.5 times 2. 5.5 times 2. And you get 11. Okay, and then the little person here is 4, right? And then we need to find the height of the tree. So now we will set up our proportion. 5.5 matches with 11. Okay, and then 4 matches with x. And just cross multiply. So 11 times 4 is 44. That's equal to 5.5x. Okay, so do 44 divided by 5.5, and you get x is 8. All right, very good. The last part here. Are the following triangles similar? If so, how? Okay, so look at these angles, okay? They've only given us angles here, so we have to look for angle, angle. So that means we have to have two that are the same. So first off here, we see they have a 70 degree in common for both of them. Okay, now let's find the missing angles on these. This one's 45, so do 180 minus 70. So 180 minus 70, which is 110. And then take away 45. So you get 65. So the missing angle here is 65. Okay. Now the other key thing here on this one is this guy. You see these two marks? That means this is an isosceles. So you have to do 180 minus 70, which is 110. But since these are both equal, we have to take that 110 and divide it by 2. So we do 110 divided by 2, and you get 55. So each of these are 55. So we only have one angle that's in common from both of them. Otherwise, we have 65 and 45, or 55 and 55. So these are not similar. Okay? So there we go. So just make sure that whenever you've got just angles, you're thinking angle, angle, and you find all the missing ones for each of the triangles. And then see if you got 2 in common. If you don't, then they're not similar. If you have 2 or you have 3, then they are similar. So that's it. All right, well, good luck, guys, and I'll see you on test day.